Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something you've probably seen all over your feeds, the Sopami Car Coating Spray.
Yeah, that stuff is everywhere, isn't it?
It really is, and it comes with this, huge promise, right? A 3-in-1 ceramic coating, cleans, polishes, and protects.
Mhm.
All supposedly giving you professional results for, well, basically pocket change compared to the real deal.
Yeah.
So our mission today is pretty clear. Cut through that marketing noise. Is this DIY spray a genuine shortcut, or are we sacrificing a lot for that simplicity?
Well, fundamentally, what we're looking at isn't, brand new tech. It's nanoceramic coating, just reformulated.
Right, in a spray bottle.
Exactly. The key differences are going to be the concentration of the active ingredients,
Yeah.
the SiO2 solids, and the bonding agents used. So the whole analysis really has to focus on that trade-off. What do you lose for this extreme ease of use?
Okay, let's start with the application then, because that seems to be the big undisputed win.
Yeah.
Every source we looked at basically says, yeah, it's foolproof. You spray it on, you wipe it off. That's it.
Pretty much. No complex buffing, no waiting hours for it to cure, none of that.
Which is a huge selling point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And because it's so easy, it delivers really well on the most, let's say, visually satisfying part, the hydrophobic effect.
Ah, the water beading.
Yeah, exactly. Water beads up really nicely, rolls right off the surface. It definitely works as a sealant in that respect.
And how long does that effect stick around?
For DIY spray like this,
Mm-hmm.
you're looking at probably a solid 2 to 3 months of good water beading with regular driving. It also makes washing the car easier, dirt doesn't stick quite as hard.
Okay, so it seals, repels water pretty well for a couple of months. Makes sense. But what about the other parts of that 3-in-1? Specifically the polish aspect,
Oh.
these scratch repair claims.
Right.
Because this is where it gets really interesting. Our sources were pretty much unanimous here.
Yeah, I thought that.
Those scratch repair claims.
Right.
Mostly marketing fluff.
Precisely. And to understand why, you got to think about the difference between this spray and like a professional coating.
Okay.
A pro ceramic coating has a much higher percentage of solids, and it chemically bonds, like really bonds to your car's clear coat. Think almost like an epoxy layer.
Right, much tougher.
This spray, though, it has far fewer solids. It basically just sits on top of the paint, kind of like a very high-tech wax, maybe.
It doesn't really integrate.
Exactly. Which means it might fill in the absolute faintest, lightest swirl mark stuff you can barely see, but anything you can actually feel with your fingernail, forget it. The spray won't touch it.
Okay, so that's the technical trade-off then. A weaker, more temporary bond means basically no real paint correction.
Yeah, okay.
But how does that affect the protection side, the longevity in the long run, if it's just sitting on top?
Well, it means you sacrifice true longevity, especially for the look, while that water beading might last, up to 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
The actual deep, glossy, mirror-like, shine the part that makes your car look amazing, that starts to fade pretty noticeably after about, say, 6 weeks.
6 weeks, so much sooner.
Yeah. So if you want that constant, just detailed look, you're reapplying this stuff way more often than maybe the label suggests.
Mm.
And there's another quirk, too. Because of how it has to be formulated to be so easy spray on, wipe off, it actually tends to attract and hold on to dust a bit more than a traditional Carnauba wax.
Oh, really? That could be annoying.
Yeah, especially if you live somewhere dry or dusty. It's a
Ah.
definite drawback to consider.
Okay, let's tie this back to the value then. A bottle costs what? Maybe 20 to 30 bucks?
Around there, yeah.
Which, okay, is kind of pricey for just a detailing spray, but it's obviously way, way cheaper than a professional ceramic coating, which can run hundreds easily.
Oh, absolutely. No comparison on the upfront cost.
So I guess the question is, does that convenience, that low entry cost, justify the compromises? Shorter lifespan for the shine, no real repair.
I think we can sum it up pretty clearly. Look, this isn't some miracle product, right? It's not going to give you permanent pro-level protection or fix actual damage.
Right. Manage expectations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it is an excellent gateway product. It lets regular car owners get that main benefit of ceramic wrap, the easy cleaning, the water beading, without dropping serious cash or spending a whole weekend applying it.
So good for stepping up your normal maintenance routine without a huge commitment.
Perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
Minimal effort, noticeable short-term results.
Okay, so the takeaway is you get fantastic ease of use, some satisfying temporary benefits like the water sheeting, but you are absolutely sacrificing durability, especially the shine, and any real scratch fixing ability.
Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
Which leads us right into that final thought for you to chew on.
Yes.
Given that the really nice look fades after about 6 weeks, practically demanding you reapply it that often to keep it up. How does the total annual cost of that regular, minimal effort DIY approach stack up against just, biting the bullet once,
Hmm.
paying for professional coating that genuinely lasts 3, 4, maybe even 5 years?
That's a really interesting cost-benefit analysis over time, isn't it? Something definitely worth considering.